Hello guys, today I will discuss about of the irrigation system in India. What is the importance as well as prelims and mains and interlinking project like two rivers and tributary and distributary can be the joined, and then the side zone and drought prone areas can be further divided, and the certain like you grow on the more crop like your Rajasthan and your UP also, because Bundelkhand region and Rohilkhand region maximum yearly wise. Then be the drought prone areas because the number of rivers can be flow in the northern side, not the southern side. Then the maximum the so I will what is the benefit of the irrigation system, and different types of irrigation, your tank, canals and tube wells and irrigation and different types of the. So first I would discuss about of the irrigation systems. So irrigation, what is the irrigation? Every can be the certain in the throw of the development and the like your tube well and groundwater. So benefits of the irrigation: the process supplying to the water in the crops by artificial means such as the canals, tube wells, tanks and known as the irrigations. A total number of area million per hectares में क्या है, the total number 100%, the total cropped area, crop हमारी cultivation होती है out of 322 and 100%, and इतने हमारा crop production the under the irrigation system, and the 67% 25 the total of the potential of इतने and out of 300 and इतने irrigation. द बेनिफिट, ये है आपका क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं ऑफ द बेनिफिट इरिगेशन सिस्टम. तो फर्स्ट increasing of the crop yield, because you have the given artificial rain like a drop per drop more crop, it is the scheme, and the हर खेत को पानी अदर स्कीम, एंड आल्सो प्रधानमंत्री सिंचाई योजना, प्रधानमंत्री कृषि योजना. तो अगर आप वेरी द इरिगेशन सिस्टम लाइक योर रिवर्स इन द कैनाल्स and the go through and the easily to available in the pani certain the hand can be the grow of the crop multiple. So first you are increasing of the crop yielding, because you have a certain amount of the water, then you have lot of irrigation system and easily available in the water, then your crop will the multiple grow. The elimination mixed cropping, because your mixed cropping hybrid bridge and the alter the protection from the famine and the new areas under the cultivation, because you have developed under the new areas and a different types of barren land then can be the covered on the fertile land. Then the hydropower generation, because you have lot of electricity and the dam construction, then the turbine can be the also generated of the electricity. Then the domestic and industrial supply, because the dam construction you have go through and the flow and the canal then going through the drought prone areas and the water, and the also this is the land your fertile land, and also convert to in the your barren land convert to the fertile land, and your water supply in homeland, because the canal and the your supply then also provide of the fresh water in the economic development, because you have the lot of water available in the canals, tube well, and you overgrazing of the groundwater, then the economic development also हो जाएगा. The cultivation of the suppressive crop. Then move on the up challenges क्या है, the classification of the irrigation system. तो first the source on the base well, first your well the tube well हो गए, then canal हो गए, then tank हो गए, then other source yeah like spring and kuhal and the dongs. This is the other your ancient times and the medieval times in the use of this system. The spring is the new concept. So first I would discuss about of the well, fill the tube wells, fill the canals, the and tanks, which areas can be the developed under the wells regions, and the maximum how the maximum amount of the canals and the well, and the covered of the canals, that's Indra canal, tanks your Maharashtra, and tube well also in the and the wells. The percentage distribution of irrigation source, what is the distribution? First your tube well आपका जो cover करता है over 100% to cover of the tube well in the 46% in the irrigation system. Then the second is your canal, UPSC also asks your prelims question number of what is the sources of the your irrigation system, your tube well 46% and your tank irrigation only 3%, your decreasing and increasing order में आ सकता है your well others wells. तो first your tube well then canal then 60% your well से होता है then your tank लास्ट में आ जाएगा tank and then other source like rivers and other dams and your ponds हो गए. तो अब then you have go through your map and then you have realized a lot of irrigation system and canal. This is the very low. So very low, this is your Bundelkhand, Rohilkhand regions in the very low and the low and this three dotted lines and the moderate in the medium section and the high आपका then high आपका जो river flowing and the very high this is these areas because there is the Indra Canal, also the river system like your Indus and Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj, and this is your Ganga rivers and then Brahmaputra, and this is your Jamuna. This is the lot of him also your Pennar and Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari, Tapti, Narmada, and other your Sondarekha rivers, and then lot of the irrigations mainly the canals, tank wells and tube wells. There is the distribution because the UPSC also asked the mains examination what is the overground reaching water and the maximum the lot of because your groundwater can be not recharged and you are overgrazing the groundwater because lot of your water in the rain fallen then the maximum amount of the recharge of the water your water system then the base of magnitude क्या है. The irrigation project is the classified in the three categories based on the cultural and the commandant area. The first is the project is the major, फिर medium, फिर minor, फिर the category was on the more of the इतने hectare and then 10,000 hectare then the 20,000 hectare to per and the less than and the more hectare. Then again then move on the other section the minor uh, the measures of irrigation project both are the surface and the ground water. There is the source of the major medium project mostly of the surface water resource. The minor irrigation is the contribution major source growing to the 50% area. The minor irrigation has been the category broadly to the five major. First is your dug wells and the shallow tube well and deep tube well and the surface flow for the scheme and the surface lift of the scheme. The based on the technique of the distribution of water. What is the distribution of water in the technique is the first your surface irrigation then the localized irrigation then sub irrigation. So first your surface irrigation water move under the influence of the simply gravity and also as the flood irrigation. Then the move on the localized irrigation that is the water distribution low pressure and through the pipe and network and also low of the flow and volume marking irrigation. Then your sub irrigation the use of the area which is the water tablet known as the spring irrigation because spring you have this is the area your aquaponic and hydroponic and this is area because irrigation drip irrigation because the one drop more crop you have also mentioned. Then move on the other section your surface irrigation. Then this is surface irrigation basic of basin of irrigation and your furrow irrigation and the water spring irrigation. Then the most important this and this for the small areas having the travel surface surrounding the earth bank, the water applied to the allowed influence of the distribution another. The conduct is the creating of the small canal field the water in the flow under the fluence gravity the field of divided. The first the type of the local irrigation. First your drip irrigation. You have a lot of information because of the drip irrigation. This is maximum high amount of the cost, because this is your pipes and your this is your field on land, and also you have covered these of the type, and then the maximum number of the drops and the holes in the pipe, and the flow on the water in this pipe and the crop, and also this line, and then you have the supply the water, then the crop, one drip irrigation. This is your overview of this the pipe areas, and also and then the pipe supply the water, and then the this is the your plants, and the also reverse holes, and then the one drop more crop. It is known as the trickling irrigation. It is the why trickling, because the structure of the trickling irrigation, there the water develop in the roots zone, drop by drop, and their fertilizer delivered through the drip irrigation. इसमें आपको fertilizer भी then supply on the water, and then spring is the most important of the your MP section, because the soybean cultivation of the large amount of the in the Indian state of the MP, the maximum of the spring irrigation. Then the also known as the overseed irrigation, the high pressure and the spring are the mountain in the mountain in the perfect place, because this is the your rulers, and this is not just your, because this is your land, and also you have covered the over through your areas in the pipe. Then the spring is the move on the every section, then cover itna land, then other spring can be the cover lot of, then the moving on this section, then your land पूरी total in the coverage of the spring. the challenges क्या है, अब इसको आपने बता दिया इसके benefits क्या है, then challenges भी सम तो होंगे, lack of technology issue and the human made, and the awareness of the human peoples can be also, and your तो फर्स्ट योर एक्सपेंसिव तो है भाई, दिस इज expensive of the infrastructure, water flow for the water resource, and the base on the way of the water supply, the flow irrigation and the lift irrigation. Then the further divided in the two parts, the what is the base on the way on the water supply. अब हम वाटर के बेस में दो पार्ट में ये एक्सपेंसिव तो है, बिकॉज मार्जिनल एंड द लैंड होल्डर पीपल्स कैन बी नॉट, बिकॉज उनको फर्टिलाइज़र लेने के तो पैसे हैं नहीं, तो वो इतनी बड़ी टेक्नोलॉजी कहाँ से डेवलप करेंगे भाई, 1 लाख आपका इतनी सोर्स नहीं है, एमएसपी वैसे भी आपका है ना, पैडी कल्टिवेशन. देन द इंक्रीजिंग कवर टू द कन्वर्शन इनलैंड and the direct irrigation and the reservoir in the storage of the tank. The irrigation water developed to the origin from the waters of the storage. Then the water river system is connected to the dam and across the river. When the lift irrigation system, when the water use of the irrigation available for the level, and the lifted in the pump to mechanism canal division, that is the other Indira Gandhi canal, your also Rajasthan area. Then is the river can be developed of the lot of your dry land and the semi-arid land, then the converted to the fertile land. The on the base duration, on the base during the application, that the irrigation and flooding types of the system, the perennial rivers, because the India had divided in the two parts of the river. First your perennial river, then the perennial rivers is the Himalayan river, then also the flow of the rivers in the yearly wise, because a lot of glacier melting and the ice melting, then converted to the water, then the river flow in this is your perennial river. Then other is the industriations and the flooding types of the irrigation system. Then the land allocate the get to the strong soil and the schedule of the drain, the use of the flood for the rivers in the proposed to limitation of the day in the year, and the water, because this is the your perennial rivers, and your Godavari, Krishna and the Kaveri, your also, and the Sondarekha Nadi, Tapti, and then your Luni rivers, and also your Sabarmati river in Gujarat. The based on the choice in the irrigation method क्या है, broad strip method and furrow, and the basin of the method. Sustainable crops क्या है, the wheat, broad spread में breed and leafy vegetable fodder, and the cotton, sugar cane and the potato. And the irrigation efficiency क्या है? What is the efficiency of the irrigation? Irrigation efficiency defined to the ratio between the water storage of the soil deepest in the plant roots and the application of irrigation. Then the irrigation efficiency 100% होगी, because आपका more one crop more drop, this is the एक्सचेंज ड्यू टू द रीजन्स आपका क्रॉप में ही जाएगा। देन जो अल्टरनेटिव आप जब सिंचाई करते हैं तो लॉट ऑफ पानी वेस्टेज हो जाता है। देन दिस इज़ द यू हैव अप्लाई दिस टेक्नोलॉजिकल फील्ड एंड दिस इज़ द क्वालिटी 100% होगी, नो डाउट। then move on the other section, virtual water क्या है? virtual water, the concept of the virtual water is introduced to the professor Allen in the early 1990 is the water required to the production agriculture and the emerging to the technology, because Israel is the maximum मतलब land holding is the less but more productive your aquaponic, aeroponic and hydroponic. This is the three type of the system by Israel developed in this your agriculture field. Then the more crop developed, because the aquaponic culture is the no pesticide and no हार्बिसाइड, आपको लॉस ऑफ अमाउंट में आपको पेस्टिसाइड भी नहीं देना पड़ेगा। एक्वापोनिक एंड हाइड्रोपोनिक एंड योर एरोपोनिक, the three I have covered these three types of the irrigation system, and this is the latest technology and you would realize these three types of so thank you for watching this video. I would cover in next video next topic. Thank you.